You get to choose who has access to you. And there's so much power in that. Hey guys, it's L2 What to Do because I'm back with another video. And today's another segment of spilling the tea for the girlies. So this segment really sticks with me because I am single and I wanted to let you guys know how you can be happy and single. So first, I just wanted to say that I am single. Do I want to be single? Not necessarily. Like, I am indifferent, but I have been thriving since I've been single. It's been a while, but we've been thriving ever since. I just wanted to make this video because I feel like the world really makes us feel like singledom is below people that are in relationships. And it doesn't have to be that way. So I got this from a YouTube video called The Importance of Being Single. And it says, the world tells us that being single is involuntary, depressing, and hopefully temporary. And this has stuck with me because of the fact that all these things reign true. All these movies are always showing people that are single and miserable just trying to find their perfect match. There's literally a movie called The Perfect Match. Like, there's so many things that just steer us away from being single. And it makes us feel like we should be sad. But oh no, we do not need to be sad about it. And here's why. Because the key of this video is do not let you being single make you miserable, because you'll ultimately end up settling. And we do not want the girlies to settle. So these are some of the ways that I keep myself happy while being in singledom. And the first way is, if you're not going on dates with these men, you need to go on dates with the girlies. You have to start by building your support system so that when you do welcome somebody else into your life, you already have your core that's available to you. And a great way is to start going out on dates with your girlies. It's peak when your girls are single at the same time as you. I feel like when you're in a relationship and all your friends are single, it makes things so much harder. Like, I remember being in a relationship and like some of my friends being single and they would like badmouth guys. I'm like, I could badmouth guys from like other experiences or like what I see, but like when you're actually happy with your significant other, it makes it a little bit harder to relate to your single friends. Like, you can appreciate their perspective, but can you relate directly? Probably not anymore. One time I was talking to my massage therapist and she was telling me how she's in a relationship with her boyfriend, and she was talking to some of her single friends and she's like, yeah, they always are just telling me like, you do not want to be dating right now. And I'm like, like, this is a great conversation, but I also will tell you, you do not want to be dating right now. And I'm like, I don't really have much else to say to you about the dating scene because you're not dating, I'm dating. You're telling me you met your boyfriend at the gym. I'm like, I've been to the gym. There's nobody at the gym. Like, it's just a hard conversation to have. But I mean, I would definitely say just because your friends are not single, or if your friends are single, that doesn't mean you have to stop being their friend. It just means that for us single girls, we might go to a different friend for some advice. But like I was saying about like me going to the gym, there's nobody at the gym, I feel like I now really do have to explore new environments. I keep seeing people say that like their person is not in Canada, which is where I am, or like their person is not in Toronto, which is also where I am, but their person is probably like in the UK. And the one thing is that we always think the grass is greener, but sometimes we need to go to where the grass is greener to see if it's actually greener or not. And personally, I found so many great people when I've traveled. It just exposes you to new things, and you also meet like-minded people. People that travel actually have a different mentality than people that stay in the same environment. And if you like going to different places, and when you meet people at these different places, that's one thing that you already have that's compatible. And you know, people always find bays on vacation, so it's a good starting point. At least to like get your feet wet. Work, because there's people that I've met like in the DR that now live in New York, and I'm like, if I'm in New York and I see them in New York, like, hey, what are you doing? And I have a connection, and those connections can help you meet your person, but also those connections make being single fun, which is why we have to remember that we are in control. When you're single, we have to remember that we have power in rejection. We decide who we let into our lives. You don't have to stick it through with anybody. Even when you're in a relationship, you don't have to stick it through with anybody. But especially when you're single, you get to choose who has access to you. And there's so much power in that. I think that sometimes you can feel like maybe you're the issue when you see people around you finding their person or getting into relationships, and that being multiple relationships. But you have to remember that you're deciding who is good for you. And sometimes you just settling is not the answer, but you're also be putting yourself in situations that maybe you're not as compatible with somebody that you're trying to be in a relationship with. And that's unnecessary trauma that you're putting yourself through. And that's why this time of being single should be focused on self-acceptance. This is really when you learn who you are and what you're looking for in another person, so that you can use your power of rejection to reject the people that aren't good for you. And this is exactly why I love journaling, because in these times where you're alone and just with your own thoughts, you should journal and just see how much you've grown previously from previous journal entries and where you're at now or where your values are at now, so you can assess them and make sure that you're bringing your best foot forward to anybody that you meet. And even though journaling, I would say, is one of my hobbies or interests, I think being single really makes you look at what your hobbies and interests are, and it's a time where you can pursue anything that you want. It's all about filling your time with things that are fulfilling to you, so that you don't feel the lack of another person not being there. So personally, you guys know that I'm always in the gym. That is just where I live right now. Like, I love being in the gym. I love having my Apple Watch on, tracking my workouts. Like, that fulfills me right now. You need to find something that you're pouring into, because you're not pouring into somebody else. But when the time comes that you have your other person, you still have this interest that you can pour into that fulfills you, and that's not a person that's giving value to you. And for me, I think this time has really taught me to find value in being alone. Like, I really do love that now I don't have to do anything for anybody. I don't have to check in on people. And the same thing could be for when you're in a relationship with somebody. You might not feel the need or feel obligated to check in with them every day, but you should. Like, for me, if I'm dating you, you're checking in on me every day. I am one of the things that you should be concerned with, so you should probably check in on me every single day, at least. But when you're single, all that time is just put back into you. I don't have to check my phone for anything. I'm not missing anything. Like, I love being in this headspace where all of my time is just focused on me, and I'll get to you when I get to you. But aside from that, one of my favorite things about being single is that I save so much money. And yes, girlies, I know we're not paying for any dates out here, but this is a time where I can just invest in myself. Because when I start liking somebody, like, I will buy things for you. Like, I'm not one of those people that's just gonna get everything. Like, I actually do like to surprise people, whether that's like a chocolate bar, like a $3 chocolate bar. Like, it's the thought that counts. But for me, I really do like giving people good gifts. And like, if it's your birthday, I'm gonna spend a lot on your birthday. If it's Christmas, I'm gonna spend a lot on Christmas. Or anniversary presents. Like, there's a lot of expenses that come in, even for girlies, when you're in relationships. So when you're single, you can finally use that time to pour into yourself, have your own maintenance. Like, for me, I got my eyebrows done, lashes done. Right now we're taking a break from lashes, but lashes done, nails done. Like, there's just so many more things that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I don't have a significant other that I have to spend money on, because right now it's all about me. Overall, I'm really just happy that I'm single. Like, I've seen so much growth in myself just this past year, and it's because I've had so much time to just focus on me, but also meet people that actually fit into my values, because I know exactly what my values are. Like, I have done so much self-reflection. Like, I really feel like I know who I am, and now when I meet people, I know if they're a good fit for me that I like to bring into my circle, whether that's just in a relationship or a friendship or whatever the case may be. So if this video came across your page, just leave a comment down below letting us girlies know that we're all in this together, because the day will come when we're not single and we'll be thinking about the fact that we wish we were single. I'm kidding. We're wishing for good vibes in our relationships because we've done the work on ourselves to get there. But that's the end of the video, guys. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down any video ideas you guys have for me, because I will do them. And always, I'll see you in the next one. Tonight is on an island. It's about